how are you? Thanks for watching. We are going to do something new. This is our first time pre-recording. I'm going to create this look I have right now.
And while she's doing that, I talk about a mystery. I hope you guys like it.
I don't know about.
It's going to be a good time.
Moisturizing.
All right. And while she's getting pretty, we're going to talk about the Men in Black. I thought we'd do something that maybe everyone's heard of, so I think it'd be a fun discussion. So let's hop right into it. So the Men in Black. What do you know about the Men in Black?
The movie.
The movie?
Movies. So is it like the Men in Black? Is the movie based off of
Factual things?
Yeah. Or I guess things that people have talked about, obviously. It come from somewhere?
Well, everything's got to come from somewhere,
Yeah.
I think, and I don't think the movie's any exception. But what I like about this one is the real story's really, really creepy, or at least I think it's creepy. And again, it doesn't take much to creep me out, so maybe that's just me. But I think we'll just talk about it. So the Men in Black, they kind of originate, or the story starts off in on June 27th, 1947, and this guy, his name is Harold Dahl. He's sitting in a boat on Murray Island in Washington with his son and his dog, I think. And it's at night. They see these 6 donut-shaped crafts floating above the water. And so naturally they're going to go kind of see what's up. I don't know that I would. I think I might leave. That'd be my first thing.
Okay, so they see what floating?
No, they see these UFO type things. He describes it as a donut-shaped object, and there are 6 of them.
Okay.
And so, about the time they get a little bit closer, debris and all this junk starts falling out of the sky, and all this metal stuff, and apparently it kills the dog. Yeah.
So it's heavy, or really up high and falling really fast.
Well, fast enough
It
to
doesn't. Yeah.
put a dog down.
Like a spaceship.
Like a spaceship. So this guy, he goes and reports it. And the next day, Mr. Dahl's visited by some people. And he describes them as wearing...
Do they have the...
I don't think they had the thing where they would
I
erase
just
their
all I
memory.
want to know right now.
Or we wouldn't even know about this.
That's true.
This wouldn't even be a story. I guess it's...
There's some that it might not work on.
I guess that's
There's
true.
always something that, got something in mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so he's visited by these people, or this guy, and he's wearing a black suit. He's bald, and he walks up to him and just tells him...
You went with the movie because you said people. You were like, how they come in couples. So it was
They
one
come in
guy.
threes.
Threes in that one?
Yeah.
Well, you said this guy. So these guys?
These guys,
Okay.
them guys.
That's important.
So-
I need to know these details.
So these people, they show up in threes, and they're kind of creepy. And they tell this guy, listen, you see nothing, you know nothing, and don't ever talk about it. In really, really, I guess, a really creepy fashion. And then they go away.
Does
And
it say what they look like? Like,
well, he didn't give a description, but another guy did. And this one is kind of... I take this one with a little bit of a grain of salt, because this next guy, what's his name?
like he might have been drunk,
No.
or he over-exaggerated. Or he's a drug dealer,
could've
or
swore
a
with this
murderer.
man.
Like,
So this guy, his name is Albert Bender, and he is a UFO enthusiast before all of this. So I don't know that you can trust his account, because he's already
kind of like he might have heard about it and ran with it.
right. He's already biased. He believes it, but he does come up with an account, and he said that around the same time when he's doing all his little UFO research,
Mm-hmm.
he is visited by 3 dudes again. Or this guy
While
is
he's
visited by 3.
researching.
Yeah.
So they're spying on him. They know he's researching.
Apparently they know a lot of things about everybody.
Oh, so they could read minds?
I don't know. Or maybe they're just...
Government
Maybe they just
spies?
really do their research. Bunch of intel people, nerds, behind computers looking
Like-
at people. Google me.
Nosy neighbors or like CIA? You can only find so much on Google.
Maybe they're both. Maybe they're the noisy CIA neighbors. Best of both worlds. If you
Oh,
have one of
my,
those,
you
I'm sorry. So, this guy, Albert Bender, UFO enthusiast, comes forward with his account of what happened to him. 3 of them show up and...
One for you?
No, thank you. I need that. And they were trying to get him to stop their research too, or his research, and they tell him, "Hey,
Hold on. Is this at the same time, like same year, or same what year was it again?
he didn't have a year on this one, but it's around the same
okay, so
time in
different.
1947,
Okay.
and it's about the same time. So these 3 dudes show up, and they
just
apparently they scare him.
I guess what I was asking, they seen the same thing that, like when it fell from the sky.
I don't
and
think
took it
so.
off?
No,
Okay.
they're
Different
separate
accounts.
incidents.
Okay.
Separate incidents.
Yeah.
And what this guy is saying is that when they told him to stop the research, and this is a quote. He said, "Quote: They seemed to burn into my very soul as the pains above my eyes became almost unbearable." End quote. So this guy's
Like
written numerous
they had
books.
a little thing that flashed and tried to burn their memory away.
Well, maybe I'm thinking more.
They're called Men in Black. I'm just going to keep comparing it to the movie. I apologize, but I'm going to.
I'm thinking
Okay.
more they stare into your soul and look
See
at you.
everything you know.
Everything.
That's why they know everything about you.
'Cause
They
they have
know.
piercing eyes?
Or they can see the future and change what could
I have
happen.
heard some nice
Like,
little theories about that.
we're
It's pretty
talking
close to
about-
that.
Alien encounters. We might as well go all out. You know, I mean,
We're all in for the aliens? Is that where we're
no,
at?
I'm going both either way. It could be this, could be that. You have to convince me, like.
Well, what do
about
you, no, I thought I was the fact person. I got to convince you
the
of
fact
nothing.
well, your facts have to convince me, and I'll decide at the end.
Oh, so I lay them out and...
And I just give out every guess possible of what could have happened.
All right, I like it. I like where we're going with this.
Okay.
Okay.
Playing it by ear.
So, this guy, he gets to actually, he gives us a really first-hand account of what they look like. Mm-hmm. And he says that they wear these funny hats, these, I guess it was the hats of the time, the bowl, they have the bowl in the front, little brim, not quite a fedora, but...
Like the round thing?
Yeah, kind of like a
Kinda
round
like
hat.
yeah, okay.
Man, we're terrible at hat. We're not hat people. Look at this beautiful hair.
Kind of like
Look
an
at that
Amish
beautiful
hat.
hair. Yeah, very much like an Amish hat. And he says they all wear black suits, real nice black suits. Better they have really good tailors in space. And they have sunglasses. Would make sense, right?
For what?
Well, I mean, you have the sun up there, and there's no atmosphere to kind of shield you, so you're getting all.
Why
UV
wouldn't they have like
rays.
these? So they're saying like they're wearing an Amish hat with sunglasses and they're coming from space.
Yeah, what they're saying is we have reached the apex of fashion. Fedoras
That
and sunglasses.
Which one said that? Both of them?
No, this is the second guy, the UFO enthusiast.
Okay,
His last name's
no,
Bender.
no, I don't believe it. A dang thing he's saying now when they're coming from space in an advanced spaceship, and they're still wearing sunglasses and not like having some kind of surgery to fix your eyes or insert some kind of automatic like.
No need. They have Ray-Bans.
I call BS on the other guy.
Okay, so he goes on to kind of explain them, and he says they're all bald. And not just that they're all bald, they have no hair whatsoever. They have no eyelashes, eyebrows.
I've worn eyebrows
nothing.
and hair, but bald everywhere else, I'm cool. Right?
Just straight
Yeah.
bald.
Okay.
Since they're very awkward
I'd be
looking.
buying wigs if I was aliens.
Oh, no, you gotta freak people out. Nothing freaks people out more than
Bald heads.
hairless things chasing you. And he says they have a plastic look to them, almost like they're not real, like they're
What kind? The second guy?
the second
All
guy,
of
Mr.
them?
Bender. Yeah,
Okay,
he says
we're
all
still
of them.
talking about the dude that you don't really think we can believe, right?
Yes. I'm not saying
Maybe
we
he's a
can't
little
believe
drunk.
him.
Maybe it happened, but he's a little drunk when they came, or they messed up his memory.
That's true. They might have got that flashy thing.
Well, I meant like when they seared his soul.
I didn't think about that.
They might have made him sound crazy, so we would think this about him.
Oh.
I mean, if they're aliens,
I mean, they did
fly
come
in
from
space,
somewhere, right? They can do anything.
They can sear your soul. Then they can change your mind and make you think you've seen things you didn't.
That's some serious power.
I could go all day with different things.
Unless they have they're really pale, but I don't think that really matters at this point. I think we're beyond what they look like.
I'm really pale, but I have hair, and I don't look plasticky.
So confirmed, you are not
I'm
a
not
man
an
in
alien.
black.
Yeah.
Well, alien.
I'm
that's where I was
assuming
going.
alien because of the thing that fell out and killed the dog.
So people can't kill dogs?
It fell from the sky. Well, a person fell from the sky and killed a dog?
Not a person. Maybe someone like throwing out bricks and stuff out of a plane as they're flying over. And
I thought
the poor
you
dog
said it
just...
looked like a...
Well, it did, but now we're just kind of speculating.
I might have heard Men in Black and just immediately went alien.
No, I did say saucer. I did say there were
did-
6
okay.
donut-shaped saucers over there.
See,
See, donut-shaped is very, very
you
odd.
say donut-shaped saucer, I think alien.
I think Krispy Kreme.
Well, you said in the sky.
I mean, they're really good donuts. They might be able to fly.
Okay. Men in Black, donut-shaped saucer.
I'd like you to continue.
And Ronald
And
Reagan.
we have a cat.
No, get down. I don't need cat hair in my makeup. Vámonos, amigo.
Bye, buddy.
I'm going to take this concealer and clean up my brows. I've been talking too much. I've only done my brows and moisturized. Okay, so back to the
Back to
the
our Men in
dude
Black.
that they seared his brain in
The story gets better with this guy. Not only is a UFO enthusiast visited by these men in black, he also was like a editor for an army magazine or army newspaper. He was like deep involved in some government stuff, and he's coming forward saying all this. So if anyone might know,
they did
it
make
might
him
be him
crazy.
too.
I mean, did they say how he was mentally before all this? I mean, even though, I wonder if aliens are out there. Was he an average person writing this newspaper, or was he
Just an everyday person, or was he highly educated? Is that what you're asking?
I wonder if he was crazy, like mentally unstable.
I don't think he was crazy. It
Medicated,
didn't-
or like you have under control. Or,
I think you have to be a little off your rocker to maybe be a UFO enthusiast, and that's what you identified yourself as.
Okay, yeah.
Um.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
If you think you've seen one,
How many UFO enthusiasts do you know? None.
these two, I don't know them personally, but I know about them now. Okay.
Good dudes out here.
I mean that, and from watching Independence Day.
So Mr. Bender seems to be a fairly normal guy,
Okay.
aside from UFO sightings
Yeah.
and Men in Black. He even got married. He was married to this lady named Betty Rose. It's a pretty name.
That sounds scary though.
Oh man, but Betty Rose claims that she was visited by supernatural beings herself.
Before or after?
After.
Okay, they were seeing what the wife knew.
So now you're all in. Now that
No, I'm
Is that the
all in.
turning point with the wife
saying, like,
knows?
no, I'm saying, what if she wanted to cover for her husband? Or they were seeing what the husband told the wife.
Oh, man.
It could be either way.
Well, there is this
if
thing.
you said something crazy, I have your back.
It's good. That's good to know. That was a bit creepy.
Yeah, it was. It scared me a little bit. So, I'm going to. Can I Google real quick? I'm gonna put the makeup down for a second. I've got something that I've heard about, but I'm not positive if it was in a movie or real.
What's that?
So, the were mass hysteria, people.
Oh, people sharing the same hallucination and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
That's terrifying, and that's real. I'm not saying UFOs and stuff aren't real. I'm just saying this thing is documented. The other thing, anyway.
Well, I'm gonna like specifically Google the same hallucination about UFOs happening, like not just any little mass hallucination, but specifically about
UFOs, UFO,
or just do in general anything. We were watching the I remember it was talking about it's on Hulu, and the two guys that we like, and they were talking about the murders, and they seen the mysteries or
Mindhunter.
It was the two
Unsolved
guys that
mysteries?
we watched the Shane.
Shane and Ryan.
Yes,
Unsolved, the BuzzFeed show.
Yes, they were talking about a murder or something that happened, I believe.
All right.
I'll just do same hallucination. How about that? We'll see if that. The phenomenon known as folie à deux,
Yep, that sounds good to
translated
me.
the madness of two,
I would probably went with that one.
is a shared hallucination or delusion between two people. It doesn't say or more. Known to psychiatric professionals as induced delusional disorder or shared psychotic disorder. So it is a thing. I was just wondering if it was real. Google says it is.
Google's never wrong.
Right.
So, Albert Bender, the same guy, after these visits and after his wife's visits, I'm assuming, he started getting phone calls, like just dead phone calls. The phone would ring, he'd go pick it up,
Maybe they
and it would
heard-
just be nothing.
Like, not like teenagers heard about him and talked about him type dead, but like...
Well,
eerie type,
that's like kind of a
not
long...
prank.
Well, it's a long time to pull a prank off like this, considering this started happening in the 50s, and it happened throughout the rest of his life until 2002. So that's a long prank. I'm not saying there's not committed people.
And he swore to this his whole
He
life?
swore to this.
Okay, that is a long time to like... Well, I mean...
It's a long
committed,
gotcha.
You committed.
That
But if
is
it was a
true.
hallucination, it was real to him.
If I were there and heard the phone ring, I mean, it's not just
No, I'm
real
not
to
talking
him,
about
but
hallucinating about the phone, but the people.
That is true.
I mean...
I probably agree with you if this was an isolated case, but we have two people to share it, and there's more.
Uh-oh. Trying to be polite, because, I mean, these people have gone through some stuff, and even if it's a hallucination, they might have a mental illness that was untreated back in the day, you know, when it wasn't something that was, I need to make up and talk.
It's called the Men in Black.
You know, like, there's a thing where a lot of people see shadows. And you know, the hallucinations, and I'm just trying to take mental illness. Right? He could have been
Just imagining it all.
sick, yeah, and that's why his doesn't add up to everybody else's.
Yeah.
He was already into UFOs,
So I think we can discount.
and it kind of ran with it with his
yeah,
mental illness.
I think we can discount part of his stuff, but
Yeah.
well, when you have a collective, though, I think it's a little bit
I'm
harder.
not saying I don't believe in the Men in Black. I'm saying the brain searing part. I don't
Yeah.
believe that guy. I think he knew about it and had heard about it, and
The donuts.
he might have been a little. No, the brain searing dude.
Yeah, I heard about
He's
the
the
donuts.
one oh heard about the donuts. I thought
about
you
the
meant donut guy that's seen the
The donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
Krispy Kreme, Krispy Kreme.
Crispy. Oh, my bad. Crispy.
And
whatever.
so there's some people believe that the Men in Black are Government agents.
I was about to say government.
That they're just this kind of strong-armed, keep your mouth shut people.
Maybe they are the ones that have the, unidentified flying object. It doesn't mean it has to be aliens in there.
Don't know what it is.
Maybe it's something that they're testing out, something they don't want the rest of the world to know about, and they're covering it up.
It could be. Very well could be. But it'd be really hard to find.
That would be really logical.
It would be. But, I mean, you have to find the people that look a very certain way to be these people, and then you have to lock them, I think, in a basement so they get pasty and tell.
No, what if it's like some kind of, if they have some unidentified flying saucer that drops stuff on dogs, that doesn't look like anything else. I'm sure they would want to protect these people's DNA and have some kind of like coat of something that they spray on. They wouldn't send normal people looking out if they wanted people to think they were aliens. That's a good cover. Let's make them think we're aliens and they'll think they're crazy. Not believe anything. It'll be, oh, there's another UFO sighting.
I think we're forgetting the sear the brain thing. Let's sear some brains while we're at it.
No, we covered that. Mental illness.
That's right.
And he was already into the UFO thing.
Okay, got you. So, people think that they show up also in times of, like, peril, times of need, where things aren't exactly going as
like
planned.
Superman type? Like,
kind of. Almost like Warren.
Let's distract from an election or something like that type stuff.
Well, we got a cat scratching a wall back there. That's great.
Haagen Dazs. Oh.
Yes, we named our cat after an ice cream.
Yeah, because there's Darla.
And there's one that jumped up. It's getting crazy in this house.
Darla's actually a boy. We found out too late. And he responds to Darla. So.
Always be a she to me.
It's cool. We went with it.
We did.
Okay.
So, like I said, some people believe that they just kind of show up. Mm-hmm. And like almost as a warning. And
like, okay, world, you're about to make a poor choice.
Yeah, and they kind of just
or specifically like to a person.
Yeah, except they're not.
Maybe they're just time travelers from the future.
That is another theory I read. That they are people that live outside of the realm that we live in, which reminds me of another story that I had on here that I forgot to tell you. And this guy's a doctor. I don't know a doctor in what. It just said Dr. Herbert Hopkins.
Okay.
Was visited. He was commissioned to do UFO research. Again, another government job. And his official title was UFO consultant.
A government job in his official government.
I don't know if it was I don't know if he had a tag that said official UFO consultant or something like that, but that is what he did. He was a UFO consultant.
Well, I'm sure they have to deal with all the people saying they see because a lot of people see and, experience that.
I know, but that'd be a lot of consultants if you got everybody that's seen one.
I mean, I'm sure they have to make appointments.
Everything
with the government takes a long time. Right? Drag it out. And
just wait forever.
Yeah.
So, and all this kind of happened in Maine, so at least we have a general area.
Maine has one, alien consultant.
This guy's probably not around anymore, so
he's been replaced by somebody else, I'm sure. Probably keep it a little bit quieter and
consultants.
Cover it up. But anyways, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So he is visited by the Men in Black. Mm-hmm. And they tell him that, hey, this research you're doing, it needs to stop. And I think they did a lot more creepy than that.
I'm sure. You're not going to knock on the door and be like, hey, dude, so do me a favor. Don't talk about this anymore. And think he's going to listen, right? I mean, I would be why? I want explanation and...
I'm a pretty easygoing guy, but...
told somebody.
Yeah, he reported it to somebody, but that's not even the worst part. I think being told just to not talk about it.
I mean, I would.
I mean, it's like
I'd be like, somebody showed up in my house. I don't know if he's crazy or I should believe him.
I guess he didn't believe him up to a certain point, but
Yeah.
this next part would make me believe, I think.
Oh, really? What's the...
Oh, yeah, so these guys, they tell him, hey, yo, man,
Yo.
you got some coins in your pocket?
Yo, man.
And he's like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I got 2. And these men in black said, well, give me one. And so...
So while they're his first experience with them.
Yeah. This is still the same
asked for
experience.
more. Okay,
These men in black ask for him, give me a coin. So
Uh-huh.
the guy digs in his pocket, pulls out a coin. It's a silver coin, and he says he puts it in his hand, gives it to the men in black, or the man in black, and...
I thought they were in threes. This is different.
Well,
He didn't see
no,
threes?
he just gives it to one. I mean, you can't give
Oh, okay.
one coin to 3 people.
Well, I was wondering, it made me think about the threes, and I was wondering if he said there were 3.
Yeah, he did. He said there were multiple of them, and he gives them this coin, right? And he says it starts shimmering.
Shimmering?
Like it's
Pulsing?
kind of pulsing, but it's like the color is going really bright and kind of fading in and out. And he said Dr. Herbert Hopkins, those are some pretty colors.
I'm just trying to see which color I want to go with, because I've been talking and not thinking. Go ahead.
So Dr. Herbert Hopkins says he watched the coin fade in and out of his vision. Like it was blurry,
like it was turning
coming
invisible?
back. Yes.
Okay.
And then it completely disappeared. It was
So they
gone.
were saying, I'll make you disappear.
Yes, and what they told him was the coin would never be seen on this plane again.
Oh, so he like teleported it. It
He,
did
like,
fully disappear.
Teleported it.
Okay.
And I guess it was like, listen, they said something to the
I guess
effect.
if he's used to hearing, and I mean, he probably has to have some weird experiences being the UFO guy for the government. So maybe he thought somebody was playing a prank on him.
That's
why
good
he told
sleight
somebody?
of hand.
Well, I mean, they're magicians.
I don't know if they're magicians, but
I'm just saying, like, if a magician could do something like that, maybe
that is
you
true.
could
We did
play
watch The Prestige. Could be like that, or Now You See Me.
the bank rob. Yeah, that one. I was gonna say the bank robbery one.
So, I guess it scared him enough, and they said something to the effect of they made someone else's heart disappear.
So it scared him enough to wait to tell somebody for like so many years, or because it didn't scare him enough for the story not to get out?
That is true.
Or you think they died, or moved on to another planet?
I think you can only hold a secret like that for so long.
Oh,
even
if I thought I was going to disappear to another plane and they threatened my life or my family, yeah, I'd tell you, but we would keep our mouth shut.
I mean, I kind of want to see this other plane. Could you? That'd be...
No, I'm happy on this plane. What if you end up in a worse version? It might be better.
But what if it's better?
What if it's worse?
I don't know. I can't help but think
There
was someone walking around and on some other plane, and this quarter just falls out of the sky.
So you're talking like, that is funny. I'm thinking like Spider-Man universe, different realities.
The Spider-Verse,
like,
nice.
That's what, yeah.
No, I'm thinking somebody named Johnny picked up a
Like,
coin.
what if they did that on another planet, and that's where the brick came from, and the flying saucer, like, donut thing, it came
Oh,
with
man,
it.
so he killed the dog with
Yeah.
the coin. Oh, no.
No, because
What
it was
have
a
you
different
done?
plane, so it wasn't that time, but, I mean...
wormholes, we can...
They have to go to other
can go
planets,
all
I'm
day with
sure.
this.
If they're coming here, they're going to other planets, and if they're aliens, there are other aliens they can intimidate and threaten, and they
Maybe
need
they
to
just
be
like
a little
intimidating
bit
us.
more on the careful side and not be seen. How about that? They can't be that great. If people are seeing them, they're having to intimidate. But then they're showing up. I'm telling you, it's time travel. It's time travel.
So there's another theory that people do believe they time travel.
Yeah,
like that they're
it's good.
watchers of everything and they can step outside of time and fix it.
Go back in time, and they're
So-
trying to keep one little thing could, like, in the world. Like, butterfly effect. Okay, like...
That is true.
So they're coming back and they're changing somebody's actions to make them UFO people, and nobody believes them. They're crazy. I don't know. Like, that would
Take
set
them
somebody
up
off
in their
on the
ship.
I mean,
and
just changing it.
check them out with the
They know what has to
probes
happen,
and the
or what's
poking and prodding. I guess
like,
that's what they could do.
they might discredit them by making them believe. Like, what if that's the joke about it? The time travelers always use something to make them think they saw a UFO to make them where nobody believes them, except for other UFO people that have seen it.
I mean,
Maybe that instead of a phone booth, it's a flying saucer.
Listen, we're talking about Men in Black and aliens, and with the conversation we're having, nothing is in the realm of impossible.
Right. We're alien ships.
Oh, Area 51?
What are you even talking about
Roswell?
that? Will we be, I'm waiting for a knock on the door, I'm telling you. These Men in Black are coming for us.
Oh, man, I'm about to be the biggest conspiracy. Oh, man, you guys are about to roll all over me on this, and I feel
Why
it.
did you not even think about that, Eric?
Oh, no, I'm about to give a personal opinion here.
That's what I've been doing this whole time.
But, okay, so here's my take on everything. We spent so long, I mean, we as Americans, as the American government, spent so long with these committees trying to find UFOs, trying to find all these extra things in the 50s and 60s.
I think we should have.
And so I'm not saying we should or shouldn't have, but it stopped. It just
For a
completely...
reason.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to say. Everything just halted.
Did I just, believe in aliens? For a reason? What if they got scared? And they're like, no, we're going to have some kind of, spaceships going around keeping these aliens away, but having to fry our people's brains so they don't remember.
Now, here's what I think.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I think we did make contact. I think it has happened.
Yeah.
And there's no need for these commissions anymore because
we made a peace treaty?
No. Well, I mean, we could have.
If we told everybody, okay, say I'm the government and I make this call, I don't think I'd want the whole world to know about aliens either. I mean, I have seen the chaos in movies that they portray, and right now, the way the world is, I just don't believe we could keep our together.
Maybe aliens would kind of unite us. That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe it would scare people to be good, like alien force police.
Unity. Get rid of the aliens. I don't want to say that because we don't even know about the aliens.
They might be nice aliens.
Right, they might be. I mean...
Don't hate on the aliens, we don't know.
I mean, they don't pull over, and what I mean by that is I'll tie this into the Bermuda Triangle somehow. Watch this. So there was this Navy.
That's going to be a whole nother episode too.
Right, and there was this Navy
we
fleet
need to be making a list
that was in the Atlantic near the Bermuda Triangle. And they're going to investigate this underwater anomaly. And
Isn't that
so
the movie we watched?
well, this is like the plot for a billion movies, but no, this is real life. So this Navy fleet, they finally catch up to this thing under the water that
This
just...
alien?
If I'm not mixing up my stories, this craft came into the water and it started submarining under the water.
Submarining.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a word, but I can't think of it.
It was airborne.
It was airborne.
Dived down. And then was a submarine.
Then was under the water.
You know what I just thought of?
Tell me.
I just started singing the Wonder Pet song in my head. Oh my god.
Our kids used to love Wonder Pets.
Yeah. We're on our way. And save the day. Okay, yeah. I seriously, when he said, I did that, and I had a flashback to those moments.
Oh, you little
Them
kids.
Wonder Pet days.
Those were some good days.
That's the way I'm picturing it. That looked like a UFO.
Okay, so the Wonder Pets splash in the water, and they start taking off. And this fleet of Navy ships can't keep up. And they said it got to a point in the Bermuda Triangle where it is the deepest point of the Atlantic Ocean and just disappeared. So
aliens are living in the, core, Earth.
I mean, what if
the
aliens
oceans
aren't really aliens? They've always been here.
Just another type of, another race?
Yeah, why not?
What if they're very sophisticated? keep doing makeup. We got to work on this where I can do makeup and get passionate and talk
This one's
about
gonna
this.
be rough. This one's gonna be a rough one. It's a learning process.
Where did one of my brushes go? There it is. Nope, that's not it. Nope. Oh, it's right here. So what if it's really smart dolphins or, a type of sea creatures that have to have a spaceship to come out of the water that's actually full of water or something? What if they live in the water? Aliens that
I'm
live
not
in the
saying.
water.
I'm kind of
we're
agreeing
talking
with
about
you.
aliens. They have to have. It's like us going underwater and wearing, our boat.
Well, they may not be aliens.
But
they might
they're-
just
well, I mean,
be
like,
subterranean Earthians.
So you're thinking like us that are plastic people, like the Men in Black are described. But if they live underwater, they come out here. How are they breathing? Can they breathe both?
I mean, you got them fish that can breathe.
Then why are they just choose to still live underwater?
They might. I mean, Atlantis
I mean, I'd
is
be
a
scared.
thing.
Oh, what
It
if
could
they're
be
Atlanteans?
That's right.
Atlan-
That's as good as I
That's
can
what I'm
do.
gonna call them.
So it's
that's
a
a cool-
possibility.
That's cool. Yeah.
There's a lake in Russia that has
Tell me about this.
divers have seen
Yeah, 'cause they
water
wouldn't just
people.
be- yeah, water people.
Water people. We'll talk about that
About
when we start talking about Russia.
People in the water.
in the water.
I need to know a little bit more. Little bit like.
Okay,
talk a
so
little bit
this
more about it.
lake is. It might be the deepest lake in the world, or one of the deepest freshwater lakes,
Uh-huh.
and it's called Lake Baikal,
Lake
or Baikal Lake.
I
This is
can find
Baikal. I don't know.
these two.
And these military divers
Uh-huh.
went diving there,
Uh-huh.
and they dive down and they do whatever training they do, and
Mm-hmm.
something happens, and they have to come back up really, really quickly. But they come up too quick, and they get the bends or whatever that is. The bends? Is that what
Like
it's
where
called?
they had to decompress and all
Yeah,
that in the chamber.
something happens to them. I need to see.
They-
I wasn't
they
prepared
came
for
up
this.
too quick.
They came up too quick. When
Listen, I'm not prepared for giving you all of. I'm throwing out all of these like ideas. So
when they come back
Okay.
up, I don't remember if anyone died or not. I want to say someone did, but I don't remember. Right?
you remember them getting the bins, but not if somebody died.
The bends is some serious stuff. I mean, all that
need to-
nitrogen.
Next
in it
time
and-
we're going to have the laptop googling stuff as I ask questions. We're just going to have to be prepared to go off script.
You're getting very, very raw material right now. This is us. I wouldn't say our best.
My mind
but
goes from
unedited.
one thing to the next to the next to the next, and he tries to keep up with that and know what I'm talking about.
I try. That's why I
Anybody
love
that knows me knows that's the truth.
it. So
Okay.
when these divers are finally able to talk after the bends,
Mm-hmm.
they tell their commanders and all the people that are there with them
Uh-huh.
that they've seen these subnautical people that
But
were
their
silvery.
brain was not.
Well, this goes back to the shared hallucination. They're not that common, and if multiple military divers see this thing,
With the bins, though.
that's when,
that has to
that's when they're
affect-
coming up. That's
Oh,
when,
because they're scared and they come up.
yeah,
then
they're
what
scared.
if
They're trying to get back.
They're
up.
trying to remember. Does the bins affect your memory?
I don't know. I never had the bends.
I'm just saying, maybe we need to look that up.
Maybe we.
When we actually have the episode about that, we'll go in more detail. I'm sorry. Keep
But
going.
Lake Baikal, what makes it fascinating is it's one of the clearest lakes in the world. So,
So they should be able to see these.
So they'd be able to
or
see it very,
lake
very
people.
clearly.
Yeah.
And so there might be water people. I mean, that might be what our aliens are, just a whole different race of water
Or maybe
people.
they hide in the water because they are seen more in the air. Maybe we only see them every once in a while in the air because they try to get to the nearest ocean, lake, or whatever.
Oh,
to,
man. So that
Submarine.
would, if we could say aliens are our water people, I mean, that leads to
Or just
all
able,
sorts of
they
stuff.
have advanced technology where they're able to survive under the water and not get the bends, and maybe there's just some
Maybe
of
their
those,
advanced technology gills.
like a
Like-
that's where whatchamacallit comes from. What's the superhero?
The Deep?
The Deep, yeah. That's off of The Boys, isn't it?
Yep, that is
That's
the boys.
Is there a real The Deep?
No,
that's just off
it's
The Boys.
The Boys.
So like, what's the dude that played with the long hair? You see it all over Facebook with the meme. Momoa. What's his name?
Aquaman.
I know he looks
Jason
nice.
Momoa.
Yeah.
Oh wow, thanks. Sitting right here
I
next
just couldn't
to
remember
it.
what
Think
kind
he looks
of-
nice. He does look nice. I'll give you that.
Okay, like it. I wasn't being inappropriate. I didn't say, "Ooh." Oh, I messed up my hair.
Wait,
Look
is
at
that how we feel about Jason Momoa?
No,
Man.
no. But I do prefer him in was the TV show C. That is a good TV
Oh,
show.
that
Y'all
was a good
should,
TV show.
Was it called C? It's called C, right?
Yeah. Oh man, talking about the superhero thing, I watched a one on Netflix. I think it's called Origin Story or Secret Origin or something like that. It's a Spanish movie.
Uh-huh.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really good. It was so good, in fact, Brandy fell asleep and I watched it. So I don't know if that's...
When we watched the trailer, I'm spitting now. This was the awesome part. When we watched the trailer, it was, 5 seconds into it? And I said, Shane, you're going to love this.
And I did. It was a good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
We should watch, have people suggest series to watch. Or just do reviews on movies, too. Like, we have so many things. We should just talk.
Just talk. We can
and decide.
Make it a talk show.
Yeah, so
almost.
I'm just doing one quick coat on here. And then, and I'm just doing that on both eyes because I forgot to. I want to curl my lashes this time.
It's kind of what this turned into. It's just us sitting around talking, and I gotta be honest, I like it. I enjoy conversations with you. That looks terrifying.
That's Nancy.
Wow.
I have a friend, and I probably shouldn't have said her name, but she lost her lashes to one of these one time. I'm not sure exactly how she did.
Oh, I can see how. You lose an eye with that thing.
Well, I mean, you unclamp. I mean, I put a hot
that looks like a
tool in my
medieval
hair.
torture device where you're pulling eyeballs out. That is
clamped my lashes in
terrifying.
it.
Look at that.
No, and I just hold it there. It's not pain. I don't even feel it at all. Here, come here. We're gonna talk. Yep. Come on, just don't. Open your eyes. Look up.
They're already
Look
watering.
up.
They're
Look
watering.
up.
They're watering.
Shane has his thing with his. Okay.
It's so fun. So, we are looking for suggestions and just what do you want to hear us do, or say, or talk about?
Personal stories, whatever.
That I don't know. We might have to not do that.
Well, if you want to discuss it with us, not on camera, obviously, but if whatever.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our personal stories.
No, I've never seen an alien.
I mean, I am convinced I seen a UFO one time.
What?
Yeah, when I was in Iraq. I'm telling you.
Why is this the first
No,
time?
it's Afghanistan. This is not the first time you're hearing about this.
Then I thought you were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't remember this. Tell me about it.
I called you in the MWR to the...
It said, I seen an alien? Or a
no,
UFO?
I said I seen something in the sky that I can't explain.
I don't remember. Was it in the middle of the night?
It was in the middle of the night.
I don't. You wake me up, we have a conversation, I can go back to sleep and never remember it. You should know this.
That is very true.
Yeah.
So
I
it
really
was
don't remember.
it was the middle of the night.
Uh-huh.
We were in our military vehicles or strikers, and I understand what you're gonna say. Oh, it's the military thing. It was a plane overhead, and it very
You're
well
used to seeing that all
could
the
have
time.
been, but I had seen tons of them at this point, and you could. What made this different
Was it Afghanistan that was 15 months? Or Iraq?
That was
Iraq. Yeah, okay.
So this one was different. You could.
And you're not going to get in trouble for talking about this?
I don't know. I guess some Men in Black
They
knocking on the
didn't,
door.
say, let's not talk about that. No.
No, we might get. I remember
They didn't Men in Black you?
We might be Men in Black.
Maybe I got Men in Black. And that's why I don't remember it. More likely I was asleep and talking to him. Don't
We're gonna say Men in Black because she
That
pays
goes with the
serious
story.
attention to me all the time.
Not when I'm sleeping.
So, anyway, we
Who
were
knows, it just-
in the striker, and I was outside one of the hatches as I was the squad leader, just kind of doing my squad leader thing, looking in the sky, doing highly productive things. And I seen this
You were looking at stars? Or...
UFO. And this triangle-shaped thing was in the air. It looked really, really far away, and it had vertical stripes. It was like shaped like a V, and it had stripes going on the side, like lights, and it flew overhead, stopped, and
Like all of a
then-
sudden just...
yeah, it stopped and then just made like a 90-degree turn, went back up and hovered there forever. And the people that were in charge of our little group,
So your squad, we need to... I mean, they're on Facebook. We need to get them to verify. Like, did they see it?
I know one that will, hopefully he will
Oh,
verify
the rest
it,
of
but-
them are going to be like, I ain't talking about that.
I don't know, but he... You know what? I will see if he'll verify it for me. But it stayed there, and we called on the radio to see if we had any kind of air support or what exactly was in the sky, and we were told there was nothing. Airspace was cleared, nothing was up there, and there was. There was something there.
So it's not going to be picked up on radar. So what?
Right, and we were looking.
How
and,
are you skeptical if you've seen it unidentified? I mean,
Well, this is the only time I think
it could have
I've ever
been
seen
like
it.
possible military.
right,
Well,
it could have been
how
something.
often do you think people see UFOs? I mean, let me fix your eyebrows, honey. Okay, go ahead.
But what makes it odd to me is that we called around on the radio to see what was up there, and there was no one knew. Everyone told us nothing was there. But I seen something, and as quickly as it showed up, it left. It was gone.
You have never told me this.
That is not
And see,
true.
I ask questions,
have
and
told
I
you.
ask both sides even with my husband, and I love him very much. I'm a questioner.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
I will verify that.
So how long into this deployment?
I don't remember that. I mean, we're talking 10 years ago now almost. I don't remember when exactly.
Yeah.
But I will not forget being outside the hatch and seeing those lights.
What color were the lights?
They were just a bright yellow, all in the shape of a V.
So what color are airplane lights? I'm trying to think.
I don't know. Oh, what color? Airplane lights? They're just...
Yeah, and I mean, they're not going to be in... Can you draw a quick picture, like what
Draw
it
a
looked
quick
like? I got to be able to
picture?
see it. I
So
got
now-
to be able to picture this. I'm curious. I thought there was nobody we knew that had seen a UFO, and my own husband possibly seen one. Believes seen one. I believe that he believes. I want to see this.
All
Now
right.
that I've got more time to blend.
So... I know...
No.
Okay, so... That's kind of what
Close?
it looked.
Oh wow! That you could see all of those stripes were lit up like
Yep.
strip lights,
The stripes...
not strobing. It
nope,
was like
just
lines.
solid lines, and that's what it looked like.
I've never seen like yellow.
Yeah, that is what it looked like to me.
A V, a flying V.
Just like the Mighty Ducks, just sans duck, no duck. That's what I saw, and it.
And y'all called around to verify.
Yes, we called around.
But would they really tell you? Yeah, we got some kind of top secret plane in there.
I'm not saying they wouldn't tell us anything, but when we have mortars and things like that fly up so high in the sky, you kind of got to know what's up there.
Well, I mean, you don't have to know about an undercover spaceship that they have.
That is true.
Then they'd have to Men in Black you.
May have been Men in Black. I don't know now. Now you got me worried.
Yeah, you think you told me, or you did, and then
I
Men in
did
Black
tell
me
you.
too.
Have you been visited by the Men in Black?
I don't remember it. No Amish had people that was skin and plastic showing up at...
I imagine how they talk is very slurred, like snaky.
Maybe
like
I thought
they're
it
from House
was-
Slytherin.
like somebody in... Like snakes? Or like house... Like...
Well, I imagine that's how they talk.
Was
They
that
have
Harry
lists.
Potter reference?
It was a Harry Potter reference.
I was making sure I understood...
I don't remember what the language is called, but snake language. I imagine they
was
talk
trying
like
to
that,
think of
really
that, like,
slurred.
Haley!
Oh, she's asleep.
I need Google it. I need to know what the language is called because now I just need to know that.
It's gonna kill me that I don't remember it, and I know we're being yelled at right now. It's this. It's this.
I know, guys.
Snake language
In Harry Potter.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's been Googled before, so parcel tongue.
Yes. I could see Harry talking to the snake in the pen for and it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you. You went. No, that's what the snake
I know
said
he did.
to
I
him.
was being small. But okay,
That
okay,
was a good-
I'm done. I kept going because
We're just talking now. Just
yeah,
having a
I
good
had
time?
more time to blend. And hold on, I'm throwing the old mascara away. Miss. Okay. I missed. Yeah.
I mean, that's close.
Okay, so now I need my marker. You got to mark the new ones because I share with Haley. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'll mark it later. All right. So I got my lips, blush. I'm just thinking aliens. I should have done an alien look. Black
you
look.
got green-ish.
Oh, I did it without even
Tint.
knowing. Because I didn't know what we were talking about. I didn't know.
Honestly,
nothing.
we came into this. It was Men in Black, and then we just kind of
Men in
went
Black.
with it
I
after
should have went
that.
with black. I mean, not little
mean, you
green
got-
men.
You got black eyelashes.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Um,
You're wearing a black shirt. I got a black beard and hair.
and it's Star Wars.
That is true.
Spaceships, I mean, they could be. Maybe Jedis are coming to save us.
Ooh, the Jedi.
I'm trying to fix where I goofed.
No, it looks really, really good, I think.
Not good enough. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. I've got a hair in my eye now. Hair from my side of my head. Not even an eyelash.
Not even an
Okay,
eye.
so I'm going to spray my finishing spray.
So what are you doing now? Setting it, or?
I am setting it. Yes. I'm going to leave it.
It stays on.
And you get one too.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
All right, so let us know if you enjoyed our weird discussion about random things. We went from we finished with Harry Potter.
That's true.
Started off with Men in Black. Talked about Netflix episodes, and in between there we talked about some aliens and Men in Black and
All sorts of stuff. Time travels.
yes, I really think that that's what aliens
Atlantis,
are now. I'm convinced.
Bermuda Triangle.
People in the future found out a way to come back. It's like a reverse Back to the Future. Or is Back to the Future go? Yeah, they go into the future, not in
Back. Well, they go in
to
the past. They go in the past. in
Oh
one of
yeah,
them.
yeah. It's just one, right?
There's 3 of them.
Back to in one they go in the past. Most of them they're going into the future to warn. No,
the
they're all.
second one they go to the future,
I
and the
haven't
third
watched
one
it
they go to
since
the
I was
past.
a kid.
Third one they go like to the 18 or early 1900s.
Right. So in one movie they go to the past.
2 movies.
Two. Oh, okay.
Marty in the first movie, Marty goes back and
I think I might have only
hits
seen
on
like
his
I remember the airboards
mom.
and the year that we've already passed now, right? And no, airboards disappointed.
Oh man,
Hoverboards.
And they had the Jaws 19.
Now we're talking about another movie.
We're good at this.
Anyway, so
Welcome to our crazy life,
this
our
is
crazy conversations.
yeah,
This is us.
mhm.
Hope you guys like
No
it.
joke. We are going to do some editing and cut out some inappropriate things that we might have said, like curse words, possibly, or kids coming in asking questions. But other than that, like,
It's an everyday thing for us.
yeah.
I hope you guys like it. Let us know what you want to see, or if there's anything you want
Yes.
us to talk about.
Leave a subject in the comments, or if you hated it, let us know that too. What I'm sure everybody can tell us how to improve. Everybody likes to give that advice, but I welcome it.
Well, what do you
Please.
improve?
Everybody likes to say, you need to do this, you need to do that. They don't like giving... I mean, it's welcome because I want to do better. Critique us gently, please.
What do you mean? Be
A lot
better
of
at
people
being
like to
you.
be negative. Huh?
But we are us. This is us.
I mean, like, about staying on point, because I know that's going to be
no,
said.
no,
I'm
that
all
is
over the
us.
place. That's not going to happen with me, honey. I hate to tell you. I'm all over the place.
all over the place, all the time.
people that know me would think I was actually like an alien or somebody snatched my body and replaced me if I was not.
You see what we did there? That's called full circle. You bring it right back around to the aliens.
And then you'd have to get Men in Black.
Have a good night or day. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.